High chairs are one of those baby items you end up using every single day. The Stokke Tripp Trapp is one of the most popular high chairs available, and it's certainly an investment. We've been using ours for just over a year now, and today I'm going to share the real experience, what I love and what I don't, and two things that have honestly saved my sanity when it comes to this chair. If you've ever wondered if the Tripp Trapp is worth the price, this video will cover my whole experience with it. I'm going in depth. If you're thinking of investing in one of these, stick around. My first Tripp Trapp was gently used. I actually bought it for the baby I just delivered when it came time, but my toddler loved it right away, so it became hers. Our second baby was just a newborn. I didn't even plan to buy this chair, and I genuinely believed the price to be too outlandish for a baby item. I had used a Fisher-Price Space Saver high chair to bring my firstborn to the table as a newborn because it has a reclining feature. I was going to do the same for baby number 2. I honestly was going to skip the Tripp Trapp. We were about to pack up and move. I wasn't trying to buy more furniture at the time, but when Facebook Marketplace showed me this chair in brand new condition for a good price, just 10 minutes away, I jumped. I'd been drooling over these chairs for 3 years at this point. Of course I jumped. There are a few reasons why I love the Tripp Trapp so much. First and foremost, it looks like real furniture rather than a plastic baby seat. The ergonomic design helps kids sit upright, which is important for posture and proper swallowing. It reduces the risk of choking. It's also safer than a booster seat for bigger toddlers because they can climb up and down by themselves. And the longevity, the adjustability, and the fact that it grows with the child, what's not to love about that? My plan was to buy a baby set for my second-born when it came time, also on Facebook Marketplace. But since my toddler loved that chair so much, I grabbed a second Tripp Trapp when I found one on sale at Snugglebugs during Black Friday. The one I got on sale came with the baby set but did not come with the tray. There was only slightly more money than I paid on Marketplace for the first chair, and it was the same color. So again, I jumped, and suddenly I had dreams of refinishing our kitchen table to match these expensive ass chairs. Because now I have 2 high chairs that cost more than the dining set itself, totaling hundreds of dollars in freaking baby dining furniture. So I refinished the table and I tried my best. I think I got it pretty close. I'm really happy with how it turned out. The colorway of these chairs is called whitewash, and I already knew that that's actually a technique for refinishing furniture, so I looked up how to do it and I went to town. The other chairs at the table are looking pretty shabby, never mind those. I'll get to them eventually, but the kids' high chairs sure look beautiful. Since I loved having my babies at the table, I also considered the Cybex Limo because it can have the bouncer as a separate attachment or be placed on the high chair similar to the Tripp Trapp newborn set. I don't think I would have been as happy with the Limo because it's not wood. I do still really think the Limo is really modern and stylish. I still like it. But ultimately, I think the wood of the Tripp Trapp is more suitable for our kitchen table and our kitchen in general. But the newborn set really didn't hit. I think it's because I didn't get it soon enough. But also, it's rated for up to 6 months old, and that just wasn't accurate for my baby. Here she is at 5 months, and that seat is clearly at its limit. I wanted to get it sooner, but heck no was I going to pay over $170 for a new one. I had to wait a little while for a used one to pop up on Marketplace, and I did get one for $100 Canadian. But for the number of weeks we actually used it, I could have skipped it. I did end up turning around and selling it on Marketplace for exactly what I paid, so nothing lost but time and energy. Not a big deal. I actually think it would have been worthwhile had we had it right from the start, so I do recommend it if you get it when the baby arrives. Another accessory I ended up saving on was the tray. I had heard the brand name Stokke tray isn't good because of the texture on the tabletop and that it prevents suction tableware from sticking effectively. So knowing that ahead of time, I already knew I was going to buy one of these trays off Amazon. This one has a nice smooth tabletop. I'll put a link in the description. As an Amazon associate, if you buy anything through any of my links, I earn a commission at no extra cost to you. I have no regrets about going with a knockoff as opposed to the actual Stokke tray. I knew from having our IKEA Antelope high chair that the tray would definitely be getting scratched. On top of that, ours has already needed replacing once because my husband broke the first one at the clip where it attaches to the baby set. Because we got it from Amazon, I just added a new one to my cart and it arrived the next day. Another accessory for this chair that we use a ton is, of course, the harness. I was really surprised when my 16-month-old started standing up in this chair because my older child never stood up in her IKEA Antelope chair, and I actually removed the straps completely from that high chair very early on. There's not a lot I don't love about this chair, but the harness straps definitely leave something to be desired. If I had to pick a worst thing about this chair, it's these straps. Initially, the clips were very hard to undo. They had to get broken in. Also, there's two of them, which it would be better if there was only one. Also, they're extremely difficult to remove from the chair, which means they are a pain in the butt to clean. I don't even take them off the chair to clean them. I take this part attached to the entire baby rail over to the sink, clean it in there. The rest of the straps, I leave them attached to the chair and I just dunk them in a bowl of soapy water. Then I dunk them in a bowl of clean water and let it dry overnight. Luckily, they do wipe down okay, so if you are good at wiping them down after meals, you don't really have to do this too often. Now, I've seen some things online about Stokke revamping the harness for the new version of the Tripp Trapp. I haven't looked into it much because I think I'll get jealous. I'm pretty sure you have to buy a whole new baby set to get the new harness, and it's called Baby Set 2, and it comes with the updated harness. If you're buying this chair soon, make sure that you get the updated version. In addition to the harness, I would say the cushion is another drawback. My youngest didn't seem all that comfortable in the chair, and I did find that the cushion made a big difference. It's just the thing itself is a pain in the butt. You have to remove the baby set rail in order to get the seat cushion on and off. I personally can only do that with a butter knife because this little tab is so hard to push. Here I got my husband to demonstrate how I would take off the baby set rail in order to put the seat cushion on or take it off. Once you got your seat cushion on there, you want to add this back padding. I've been putting this back padding on over top of the straps because it's just not realistic to get it on there properly without doing that. I just do that by weaving these buckles through these slots on the cushion and pulling it through. Typically, I don't even bother with the cushion anymore. My youngest seems to have outgrown her distaste for the chair. Whether the cushion is on or off, she doesn't care. Cleaning the chair itself is simple, just a quick wipe as long as you're not using the cushion. Even if you have the cushion on, it does have a coating that helps to make it wipeable. Hear it, you can kind of tell that it's got something on it. I think this helps to prevent it needing to go in the wash every time it gets dirty, but it still is a pain because it still does need to go in the wash quite a bit. Now, as far as adjusting the chair when your kid grows, you'll need tools. So it's a little Allen key type of tool. It looks like this. It's not as fast or tool-free like the Cybex Limo or the more affordable Even Flow Right Seat. This is new, and I don't think it was released at the time when I bought the Tripp Trapp chairs, or I might have considered it. At the time when I made this video, it was on sale for $179 from Best Buy in Canada, which is really good. But anyway, here is one of my hacks that is hopefully going to save your sanity. I know everybody has a drawer like this, and this is where this kind of thing lives. We moved houses, and I didn't want to be searching all over for these stupid little tools, so here's what I did. Ta-da! It's just painter's tape. I've honestly found this to be super helpful. Speaking of super helpful, the other thing that has saved my sanity, and I will recommend it 100 times over, is the Catchy. It's waterproof, it's wipeable, it saves me from scrubbing messes off the floor. Also, we have an old dog, and it stops him from repeatedly having an all-you-can-eat buffet 3 times per day. I will say this thing was expensive for what it is, but I would pay for it again and again. I absolutely regret not having one of these when my oldest child was younger. One thing though, I wish I had gotten the plain white one. I bought this in the color rose water, and while it's super cute and looks great with our table, it has a linen pattern printed on it, and it's starting to get scratched off in some spots. As you can see here, it's starting to peel off, and it's showing the pink plastic underneath. I wish the company would offer the pink one without the pattern printed on it, because we've only had ours for about 5 months, and for the price, I think this shouldn't happen. Even despite some small cosmetic setbacks, the function of this thing is unbeatable. I recommend it to all my friends. Definitely a sanity saver. So, is the Stokke Tripp Trapp really worth it? For us, yes, it is. It's beautiful, it grows with your kids, and it's built to last. If you only plan on using it for one child, it might feel overpriced. But for multiple kids, or if you want a chair that blends with your home instead of screaming baby gear, this one really delivers. The Stokke Tripp Trapp is wildly popular. It's also a pretty big investment, and you definitely want to do your research first. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe.